Thanks for watching this quick overview of Shotcut. So my name is Miguel Gulen, and I am going to be sort of walking you through some of this. And I have to admit that Shotcut, when it first pops up, is kind of overwhelming. So there's just so much that you can take advantage of here. Every time you start up with Shotcut, it's going to ask you to create a new project. And I have a project folder on my desktop, and I just give it a new name. I'm working my way through the alphabet. Uh, and the reason for that is that it allows you to store all of your different components that are actually fit into a video. If you're just making videos very quickly, then it might be a little bit of overkill. Now, what you can do is you can see there's a lot of different views on Shotcut, and there are just tons of features. Fortunately, there's a lot of tutorials that you can watch online, and there's a really awesome 15-minute tutorial that is, I think, a must-watch. Unless you're taking the Screencasting for Educators course through TCA, in which case I do my best to sort of walk through some of my favorite features. But as you can see here, this screen is divided up into several components. I have all this down here is what's called the timeline, and what's really cool is that you can come in and you can add audio tracks, video tracks, as many as you need. And some of the other tools that I feature in this particular blog entry, you have to pay $69 to get that feature. But here you can add additional audio tracks as you need to, as well as video tracks. So, let's go ahead and add some content. I'm going to click on Open File, and I'm just going to come up here and grab a video I made yesterday, which was, let's see, splitting videos. So this is a video that you'll get to see in its entirety in a little bit. It's actually a video I recorded for the screencasting course. So I'm going to drag this video and just put it down here into video track number 2. How do I know it's video track number 2? Because it has a V2 right there. And if I wanted to change that, I could say main video. Now, one of the things that a colleague of mine really likes to do is to drop pictures up here at the front of the video. So you're sort of like spamming people, you're putting a thumbnail. And so I'm going to click on Open File and just go to my, wow, what a busy desktop. I'm going to go to where I keep a lot of my thumbnails, and let's say that I wanted people to know that there is a Screencasting for Educators course. So I'm going to say Screencasting for Educators, and I'm going to click Open, and I'm going to put that in my second, or I guess in my in another video track. So this is just I'm just going to call it pictures. And I also want to add some audio. So I'm going to open another file and go to some of the copyright free music that I've downloaded from YouTube's audio library. And these are files or audio that is doesn't have to be attributed to the author, which is kind of cool, because that means then that it can be used in video, and when you upload, if I were to upload this video to YouTube, YouTube's not going to come back and say, hey, that audio song that you're playing in your video, that belongs to somebody else. And that could be a real saver. You don't have to worry about it. So as you can see here, I'm dragging my main video, and it's going to pop up right after this is done playing. Now, as you can see here, I have my Nimbus MP3 sound in my audio track, and it just goes on forever. So I'm going to have to do some light editing. Now, one of the complaints that I always get is that the audio in my video is too low. So if I hit play right now, watch what happens. So as you can see there, I really need the audio that's right here, this Nimbus. I really need it to end once the picture is over with. So if I come over and I just drag it to right there, what I can do is, because I have this audio track selected, I can come up here to split playhead, and it's going to split that audio. I don't know if you saw it, but it actually split the audio right there. And since I had only that track selected, it only split that one. It didn't mess with any of my other tracks. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to remove it. And now that audio is gone. And so now when I play, watch what happens. Or listen. One of the Now, ideally, if I were spending a little bit more time on this, what I'd do is probably do a fade so that my voice would come on just as the audio was playing down low. I usually do that kind of audio editing in Audacity, but if you look at what you can do in Shotcut, if you come up here to your filters, and again this is kind of crowded, but let me see if I can just sort of adjust things a little bit. There we go. I can come over to my filters for my video, and if I click on plus, I can select video or audio. And as you can see, there's fade in audio, fade out audio, and of course remember the main complaint that people have with my videos is that they can't hear them. So if I choose gain, I can adjust that, and now listen to what this sounds like. One of the exciting things that you can do is, of course, record video that is so incredibly long. Do you hear how my voice, the gain, as I increased it, just sounds a little bit louder? And so that's just a very quick way to fix a problem with the audio. Now I can always come back, and let me hit play again. One of the exciting things that well, I don't want to show this screen here because this is actually part of my screencasting course. I just want to sort of jump ahead, and there we go. I see something's happened. I think the change happens around 42 seconds. Maybe 45. Okay, so right there at 44 seconds, that's where I start talking about content that's not related, and I really want to cut all this out. I don't need all of this. So since I have this part selected, again I'm going to come up here to my split playhead tool, and now it's going to split that video into two pieces, and I can click on the left hand side and remove, and now what's happened is my video is going to start playing right there. It's going to start with this picture, and it's going to start with that whatever audio I had going. To slice up over a 1.5 hour recording, almost 2 hours. So as you can hear me, I'm sort of talking and walking you through that. One of the other kind of fun things to do is maybe to add some more audio commentary, and what I would probably do is record that in Audacity and then import it in. So this video right now is at 8 minutes 59 seconds, so I'm already way past this. But what you would do is just sort of go into Audacity, which is also a free open source program, and do a quick recording. I want to make sure I'm using my correct microphone, and I'm going to say hey, thanks for listening to this and watching this video on Shotcut. I hope that you'll find it worthwhile and interesting. Take care. So that's pretty much it. You can see I've got some dead space. And remember I was talking about earlier about how you can sort of fade out. So you can, here I'm actually fading out the sound right over here, and then which doesn't do a lot, especially when it's just me talking. But I'm going to go ahead and click on Export MP3, and just say intro.mp3. I think that's pretty much it. It's done. I'm not going to save that. That was just a very quick thing. And now what I want to do is import that audio track and put it right there. So I'm going to open file, go to desktop, and there's my intro mp3 file. Hey, thanks for listening to this and watching this video on Shotcut. I hope that you'll... And now I've sort of dropped this audio here, and I'm just going to drag my Nimbus over a little bit. Maybe I'll move it like this. There'll be a slight overlap. I'm going to drag this over here, and I'm going to extend my picture so that that picture sort of just show it's going to be on the screen, screencasting for educators, all the way through until my video starts and my intro is complete. As you can see, I'm sort of eyeballing this, but I can just sort of increase the size, and I like to maximize my timeline, so I like to be able to have plenty of space to see this. So I'm generally pretty close, and so now this is all going to sort of play out. Let me make it a little bit smaller so I can see it all on one screen. So now I hit play. Hey, thanks for listening to this and watching this video on Shotcut. I hope that you'll find it worthwhile and interesting. Take care. Now, usually people like to drop in a little audio or fade in, so what I'm going to do is just come over here and go to open file, and again go and pull some of the audio files that I've downloaded and pre-edited. So this is my short fade in to a ding. So I've placed that there, and since it fades out, what'll happen is, watch what happens. Oops, I have a problem. I need to extend my picture. So let's try it again. Sort of slice up. So you see how that works. So it's very easy to overlap your pictures as well as your audio and mix it all in so that it's ready to go. If you want to, you can always copy some of the audio, come all the way to the end, and again, what some people like to do is just they can paste in their audio, and there we go. So now we'll have the that. So let's hear what that sounds like. Oops, always clicking the wrong place. Thanks for watching. Take care. And that's pretty much it. Now I probably would, this is really a rough edited video, but it gives you a nice overview of what you can do with Shotcut. Now that I'm ready to export, I can come up here to export, and it's set to MP4, so it can do quite a bit. It's just going to call it .mp4, and I'm going to hit save, and this process will probably take a few minutes. Since I kept the entire video, I probably should have just cut it close. So that's pretty much it. Thanks. Hey, thanks for listening to this and watching this video on Shotcut. I hope that you'll find it worthwhile and interesting. Take care. Sort of slice up a